Today's learning target is the distributive property. When you were in 5th grade, you probably learned about the identity property, the commutative property, the associative property. This is another property, and this is the distributive property. This is going to be also our last learning target before we have our first unit test. So let's look at this. So if I gave you a problem like we have here, we have learned through order of operations that we would take care of what's in the parentheses first, and that this means right here, side by side, means to multiply. So we would do 2 times, and 3 plus 8 is 11, and then we would multiply those two, and our final answer would be 22. Now, what if I gave you this problem and I told you to simplify it? Well, you don't know the value of x. They haven't come over here and told you the value of x is, they haven't told you that. We don't know the value of x. There's no way of discovering the value of x at this point. We don't have enough information. So all you can do is simplify it. Now, as we said up above, that this side by side right here means to multiply. Now I put what's in parentheses in blue on purpose because this is like a set. It goes together. So this problem is actually saying I want 2 sets of x plus 8 because I want to multiply it by 2 times. So that means I actually want x plus 8 once, x plus 8 twice. I want 2 sets of that. Well, then if we did our combining like terms, that would be 2x's plus 16. And that's all I could do because I don't know the value of x. That's the only way I could simplify it. So let's say I had 3 times 2x plus I'm struggling here. 2x plus 7. This is saying I want 3 sets of 2x plus 7. I want that 2x plus 7 3 times. That's what that problem is saying. I want 2x plus 7 3 times. So I want 2x plus 7 once, 2x plus 7 twice, 2x plus 7 3 times. Well, if I combine my like terms, that's 6x plus 21. And that's all I could do because I don't know the value of x. Now, this is all fine when it's just 2 sets of something or 3 sets or something, but what if I changed this and I said I wanted 21 sets of that? Do you really want to write 2x plus 7, 2x plus 7, 2x plus 7 21 times? No, you don't. So there is when the distributive property comes in. When you distribute something, you're handing it out. Like if we were in the classroom and I was handing out a worksheet, I would distribute it. I would hand them out. So let's go back to these same problems in a little bit easier way than to do it. But I wanted to show you the other way so you would understand where this is coming from. Now, we've talked last week when we were combining like terms, if you just have x plus 8, if it makes you feel better to put a 1 in front of that, go right ahead. Because that's what 1x or x is the same thing. So the distributive property says it says to multiply. So I'm going to distribute 2 times this, and then I'm going to distribute and say 2 times that. So if I say 2 times 1x, 2 times 1 is 2, so that's 2x. Bring down that plus sign. Then I would distribute and say 2 times 8, and 2 times 8 is 16. Is that not the same thing we got right up here? Yes, it is. Okay, what if I said 3 times the set of 2x plus 7. So I'm going to distribute, multiplying by 3. Sort of break it down. 3 times 2 is 6, so 3 times 2x is 6x. Bring down that plus sign. 3 times 7 is 21. Is that not the same thing we got right up there? Now, let's go back up to this very first problem that we used order of operations. Could I use, get a different color. Could I use the distributive property on this? Absolutely. And I'll still come out with the answer 22. Watch this. 2 times 3 is 6. Bring down the plus sign. 2 times 8 is 16. And 6 plus 16, voila, is 22. So yes, the distributive property works with when you know all your numbers too, but it's definitely very helpful when you don't know the value of a certain number.